Basedard says. Test.
So are you worried you got her pregnant?
Nah, not really, because she's 87.
Oh, wait, aren't you in a meeting right now?
Well, you see, I'm not in a meeting, but Brett is.
It really all comes down to scalability.
I love it, Brett.
I play a recording of myself on Zoom meetings, so I don't have to attend.
Okay, that can't possibly work.
You just say corporate jargon, and they eat it up.
AI meets boots on the ground. What do you get? Synergy.
I love this man.
So while I'm at work, good time.
Moving on to some more serious business.
Wait, hold on.
We just discovered that someone installed cameras in the women's bathroom. I'm not saying it's anyone on this call.
Hey, guilty as charged.
Oh, shit.
But that wasn't a funny joke.
Okay, I'm not worried. I'll turn this around.
Has anyone tried the new donuts in the conference room?
Oh my god, I've literally gained 10 pounds.
I think we can all agree it's time to trim the fat.
Bro, what the hell has gotten into you?
Has this ever worked before?
Yes, I've been promoted like 3 times from this.
Just stop the recording and tell them what's happening.
No. Zoom me is gonna pull me out of
I'm
this.
sure you all have heard, but we caught an employee sending nudes to interns.
Hey, that is not okay.
See?
Not okay at all.
Just steal my idea, right?
Why would you say that?
You will never look at
These are the 3 rarest things ever found. First, an ancient Roman bronze hand. It was discovered in northern
Chicken and mushroom stir fry. A taste explosion. Cube chicken.
Dinosaur says, test failed, please bring verification Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. It's almost fucking game time. Gotta get that hype music.
ManKAO says, it's funny how most streamer are in the 30k mark queue.
Yeah, I fucking crashed 3 times. I had it on Windows mode, so anytime I alt-tabbed out,
ManKAO says,
crashed me out.
Jousis in 60k.
Ooh, me and Joustis. If I'm gonna be like any streamer, it's that one. He knows what's good. Of course, you know, he's a better singer than me. He's a better guitar player than me. He makes more interesting videos. He knows more about the game mechanics. So I'm like a Timu Joustis. Oh, I fucking love this song, man.
And down 1132 says, why is it funny? ManKAO says, old anime were lit.
Old anime were fucking lit. Anime called Angel Cop. This is shit I grew up on. People were watching like Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was watching fucking Ninja Swirls, Vampire Hunter D, Angel Cop, Area, Akira.
ManKAO says, Cobra were good too.
Yeah.
And down 1132 says, Sailor Moon.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't watch Tuxedo Mask Smash, but I did watch Tuxedo Mask Smash. It came on right around DBZ. I couldn't help it. It was on. I watched it. That's how you ride a fucking motorcycle. Sideways.
Britain says, never got a chance to watch old anime, but I recently saw something called Wizard 101.
I don't think I've seen Wizard 101. It's where the song fucking picks up.
Britain says, it's like a short 20 minutes movie IIRC. KAO says, DBZ is the goat of all new anime shonen.
DBZ is great. If you cut out all the filler, it's even better.
Pandown 1132 says, DBZ cut.
Yeah, essentially.
KAO says, best DBZ match in Vegeta.
I'm a bit old school. I think the Goku Vegeta fight, the very first one, that's fucking peak.
Britain says, Kokoro.
Yeah, the fucking carrot.
KAO says, Vegeta with armor suit.
Fucking. Hello? What's up, lady?
There's Pepsi in the freezer for you and several other in the refrigerator and a whole box.
Excellent. Thanks for the Pepsi.
You're welcome.
Did you get some good stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's sativa in here.
Ooh.
But Pandown 1132 says,
I gotta focus. I'm
Imogaku was toying with Vegeta in that fight. He didn't take him serious.
Oh yeah, you got that good stuff. Yeah, I'm real behind in the queue, so I can't be inebriated because I'm gonna have to keep up with my brother, and he's so goddamn fast. You know, you played with him.
Are you recording right now?
I'm not recording. I'm live.
Oh. Oh,
Oh.
hello. Okay. Mommy.
Bye. Thanks for the Pepsi, babe.
KAO says, Gaku was never better than Vegeta.
So don't forget.
I won't.
But
I
Pandown
put it in the
1132
fridge.
says,
Do you want me to go put it in the fridge?
XD.
Yeah. Yeah, put it in the fridge because I might not head down.
Okay.
No, I don't think Goku was toying with Vegeta. I think Goku was behind the entire time. But Goku wanted the challenge. So Goku didn't go full ham at the very beginning just in case he might have accidentally beat Vegeta before Vegeta could go full ham. But he went Kaioken times 3 and it fucked up his body. So there's no way you could say he was just toying with him. And then even after he hit Vegeta with his maximum power Kaioken and he was just fucked afterwards, Vegeta still had a little bit of juice. He came down from outer space and was like, that's it, I'm going full monkey mode. And I don't think if Vegeta didn't go full monkey mode, he probably would have won, because going full monkey mode really fucked the situation up for him. But nah, that one, the shots in that are so fucking good if you pay attention to the framing.
KAO says, Vegeta has always been better TBH. But Pandown 1132 says, yeah, but later he went into Kaiken X10.
Yeah, fuck this shit up. Still, either way. So it was shot beautifully because all through Dragon Ball, you had Kid Goku, who always fought these larger enemies, right? And these larger enemies were always super powerful. And he was always like the little guy, the under guy, and this other person was fucking huge. And in Dragon Ball Z, they reversed it. Vegeta's like this little dude, and then Goku is the big guy compared to Vegeta. And all the shots that showed Goku like being a fucking monster compared to little old Vegeta, and Vegeta was fucking manhandling him. And it started out with the best cuckening in all of anime, which was when Goku just fucked up Raditz. Yeah, I think the Goku Vegeta fight is incredible. Pure cinema. And the only reason
1132 says, yeah, we can't agree Vegeta was an underdog. I respect that.
Yeah, Vegeta wasn't an underdog, but his small stature gave him less intimidation.
Pandown 1132 says, Ken.
Yeah, Vegeta's intimidation wasn't in his physical prowess. It was just in, like, his fucking vibe. But Goku's always going to be better than Vegeta, because Vegeta fights out of pride, and
Ben KAO says,
Goku fights for the love of the
real
game.
Cinema was Goku Piccolo vs rated.
Yeah, Goku Piccolo Raditz was fucking dope.
Ben KAO says,
but I like
the
Vegeta Goku fight best. After that, I really like the Piccolo 17 fight. And then probably Goku Vegeta. The reason the Goku and Vegeta, not Goku and Frieza, the reason Goku and Frieza is kind of fucky-wucky is it just dragged on too fucking long. They did too many power-ups, too many evolutions, too many upgrades. Fucking drug it out too long. And then after Goku goes Super Saiyan, he does definitely fuck with Frieza. I mean, after killing your friend Krillin, you would think he would fuck that boy up to the extreme. And that he didn't. That always irks me a little bit. One of the coolest anime fights was when in Bleach, when Ichigo fights Aizen, and Ichigo just doesn't fuck around. Aizen's sitting there talking, and Ichigo just grabs him by the fucking face, throws his ass, fucking warps his ass to a different spot, and the whole time, it's a one-way fight. Aizen has no fucking shot against Ichigo. And in terms of, like, hype fights, I think Bleach does a very good job.
Ben KAO says, when you think about it or look back, Goku never beat Vegeta.
No, Goku beat Vegeta. He beat Majin Vegeta.
Ben KAO says, with all the power up.
So when Goku and Vegeta were fighting, it was Majin Vegeta with Majin powers at Super Saiyan 2 versus Goku at Super Saiyan 2. And they were neck and neck, and Goku had Super Saiyan 3 right on his belt the whole time, which implies that they weren't neck and neck, and Goku was just trying to save Vegeta the shame of being bested again, so he didn't fight Vegeta to his fullest. And then they get done with the fight, and Vegeta not cowardly, Vegeta wants to be Goku at this point. That's like his whole objective, is to be better than Goku and to be Goku. And at this point, he realizes...
Imagine Vegeta was like mental shit, I think.
Vegeta realized what gave Goku strength wasn't the fact that he was, like, prideful and wanted to be the best. It was that Goku loved to fight and protected his loved ones. So that's what Vegeta wanted to try to be like Goku at that point. So he wanted to save the day. He wanted to be Goku. So he knocked out Goku and then went to try to save the day by fighting Majin Buu by himself, ultimately sacrificing himself in an act of altruism for the first time in his life.
Pandown 1132 says, I can't believe I'm over 30 and I'm discussing fights in a 20-year-old anime. That's great.
I'm over 40 discussing fights in a 20-year-old anime. Yeah. But I don't think Vegeta was ever more powerful than Goku. I mean, caught up with Super. I think Super's it's just too much for me. It has the, yeah, fucking this one.
場所を移そうぜ。ここでは俺は戦いた。案ずることはない。唐倉町が破壊されるまでもなく、君を。
Mid fucking conversation, he's like, nah, we're doing what I say. And then the whole fight continues.
Android 17 strongest LOL.
Dude, Android 17 and Piccolo fight was great. And they go blow to blow, punching through each other's guts. Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Yeah, I watched that shit when it was like being freshly released. It was fucking hype as hell. And then, you know, for me, if I want to get the relive the Dragon Ball, I watch Dragon DBZA. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Dragon Ball Z Abridged, fucking hilarious. Can't believe they stopped making it. They probably got like copyright.
But Pandown 1132 says, I loved how Vegeta thought he was the shit until he met the real androids XD.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Bankao says, Gaku also TBH. But Pandown 1132 says, yeah.
I disagree with Goku. I mean, once he saw Cell, he was like, okay, yeah, Cell's some pretty serious business. But I have the theory that Goku could have beat Cell when they were fighting with just him and Cell. But he knew that his time on Earth was limited, so he wanted to try to have Gohan fight, but Goku is a psychopath, and he loves fighting, and that's all he cares about, so he couldn't comprehend that Gohan doesn't like fighting, and he didn't want to fight, so he's being forced to fight by his father.
Says, Gohan lit once he turned SSJ2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Gohan wasn't there, and Goku wasn't like, hey, you take it over for me, Goku would have beat Cell eventually. Goku would have turned Super Saiyan 2, and yeah. But he wanted his son to do it, so that's just my opinion on watching it and what I get out of it.
Bankao says, that scene was so good TBH.
Yeah, the Goku Cell fight was fucking incredible, man. The instant transmission Kamehameha, that's just fucking classic. Yeah, it's hard to get that level of hype in anime.
Written says, I'm sad they abandoned the Gohan becoming the new guy arc.
Well, Gohan was never the guy. That's kind of his arc. Goku thought that Gohan was like him, but Gohan's more like Chi-Chi, right? Gohan doesn't have the love of the game. He only fights to protect people, like his little boy Icarus. But if you're only there to protect people, you don't have that drive to train under peaceful times. But Goku's only enemy, Goku's true only enemy was himself. He just wanted to be better than himself every single day.
It was implied early on he was to be stronger than Goku.
It was implied.
KO says, Gohan could have WOJL should have been way stronger.
But you gotta have the mindset. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger's kids, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger had the drive and the passion for working out and being a badass motherfucker. His kids don't. So they have the same genetics. In fact, they probably have superior genetics. They'll probably be taller and have better bone density, but they don't have the fucking Schwarzenegger drive. And that's all about the story. Gohan is a child of peace.
Written says, perfect example as well is WWE.
Oh, that shit was awesome. Fucking Wolfpack.
Bankao says, Master Roshi strongest okay. Written says, now that McMahon is gone.
I haven't watched wrestling since the 90s, but I did watch it in the 90s. It was fucking dope.
It's a different show.
Bleep bleep. I'm way in the fucking back. 57,000.
I'm at 39.
But Pandown 1132 says,
I need 57. I saw you log in
you
first.
Screaming in a mask, you looked like Rey Mysterio XD.
My fucking full screen mode was on, so anytime I alt tabbed out, it crashed my game.
Uh-oh. That's how you say rough.
Yeah, rough. Rey Mysterio. I forgot about Rey Mysterio. Yeah, the Lucha Libres. I was watching during.
I changed my mind. I'm going Smite.
Smite sounds pretty sick. I'm gonna go Impale because I want to pump up my mercenary with auras and Impale.
Says, Yakirobe's strongest anime verse.
Yakirobe should get way more credit, right? Sure, he can't fly, but in terms of swordsmanship, he's probably the strongest swordsman on Earth, and he doesn't even get no fucking credit. And I bet he fucking slams that puss with all that weight.
Reunion says, you're playing support this league XD.
Yeah, I am gonna try to be. I'm gonna try to be my mercenary support to some extent. Ideally, I want to try to find a mercenary who also has Cyclone, right? So I'm gonna Cyclone. He's gonna Cyclone, and I might put General's Cry in to summon other enemies who Cyclone, and we might just be like this Cyclone party, right? And if I can get the Savior Sword, it'll be me Cycloning, 5 General Cry boys, or however many they are, my Savior, and my thing.
Should stream on Twitch too, boss.
Ah, fuck Twitch.
Reunion says,
fucking Beyblades. Exactly. Fucking Beyblades.
But Pandown 1132 says, I don't think he gives a F.
I wouldn't say I don't give a fuck, but I just particularly don't like stream. I mean, Twitch.
BankAO says, are you Dragoon?
I'm definitely fucking Dragoon. Depends on which Dragoon you're talking about. You got the Dragoon in Final Fantasy Tactics, or you got Legend of Dragoon, the classic PlayStation 1 RPG.
BankAO says,
oh,
Beyblade.
I honestly haven't seen Beyblade. I just know it from the toys, where you spin the toys and then they fuck each other up. Those were awesome.
Written says, K's moving.
Oh, fuck yeah, Q's moving. Of course, it's slow as fuck. My little brother's way faster than me. So I'm going to be behind again, which is going to suck, because I'm going to get a little bit frustrated. But it should be fine. I got this thing, which I'm hoping will help me. This bad boy. I have it on the side of my other monitor. Tells me where I need to go. Extra skill points. I've never memorized the campaign, so if I'm following my brother's doing the campaign, I have no clue what I'm doing, because I'm just following him. So hopefully with this, I'll be able to just look over it real quick and see where I need to go, what I'm doing, where I need to be. It's kind of like if any of you guys drive. When you're driving, you know where you're at if you're driving. But if you're the passenger, and then like you're driving and you look up, you have no fucking clue where you're at, 'cause you're not driving. You're not paying attention to what's happening. So a lot of times I'll follow my brother around. He runs the campaign, and I just follow his scent. So I don't really know what the fuck's going on.
Says, can you play this please, boss?
Play what? Man, their login servers are going pretty slow.
But Pandown 1132 says, is it live yet?
It's live. I'm just not in. The queue's dropping. I was at 64,000. Now I'm at 52.
BankAO says, Beyblade theme song LOL.
Fucking, I'll Google it. Now that Chrome sucks, I have to use Brave, and Brave is even worse, but at least it blocks the fucking ads. Beyblade theme song. Let's see how good this is. I've never heard it.
Pan down 1132 says, I also use Brave, but it sucks for YouTube.
Oh, I've heard this. It's memes. Let's Beyblade.
KAO says, you can use it in build guide, haha.
That would have been fire if I watched it as a kid. But I don't know my favorite ones, but I remember like in Tenjo Tunjin.
Liam Vivi says, big fat Baydonkaduks.
I thought this one was funky. And it might have something to do with the titties, maybe.
Liam Vivi says, what we watching, old man?
Old anime intros.
KAO says, that's a good fun anime to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
Pan down 1132 says, if you like this, watch Air Gear. Liam Vivi says, I'm on the bus way to Lil Bro school. I feel the dread feeling of not being on cue.
Ah, that's always the worst.
Says, Air Gear got cut short, sad as.
I think I really liked Claymore's intro. If I remember, it's all fucking metal, and me being a metalhead. Oh yeah, the bass line, fucking great.
Ben KAO says, man, Claymore and Berserk both same vibe, anime so good.
Oh, so fucking good, dude. So fucking good. $91,000, Joe No Mercy, Jesus. It's a popular league if there's 91,000 in queue.
Ben KAO says, the drawing and animation was so good back then.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite animes for like the way they drew it, which really fucking just pulled me in, was Darker Than Black. Oh god, I love the fucking animation on
Pan
this.
down 1132 says, cause it was done old style. Ben KAO says, wait, D4 never have QLO now. Liam Levi says, Claymore is a certified banger.
Oh yeah, Claymore is certified banger.
Ben KAO says, but apparently they have millions of players.
They have better servers.
KAO says, "With Pan Down Claymore been out 25 years."
Yeah, I'm an old man, so a lot of the anime I like is when I was like in college or right out of college. Early 2000s.
KAO says, "Most times anime were good." KAO says, "Good animation and drawing."
Yeah, loved it. Big Darker Than Dark
KAO
Black
says,
fan.
"Detailed."
There's good anime today. It's just a bit different. So like early 90s shit was raw, fucking gory, bloody, but it was a little lacking on story substance. And then the early aughts came around and you got a lot of really good story substance animes. Obviously, fucking...
KAO says, "Golden Boy lit."
I haven't seen
Liam
Golden
Levi
Boy.
says, "He'll be back in an hour. Can't spend that much data outside RN."
Alright, check you later, dude. And then the early aughts, they really started picking up anime with story plot lines and deeper, intricate stories. You got things like, obviously, Death Note.
But Pandown 1132 says, "What's your limit?"
And my personal favorite, Code Geass. Then you had even like gay shit like Fruits Baskets. And then...
KAO says, "Watch Golden Boy."
Is Golden Boy the like one from the 70s? Oh yeah, I haven't seen this one. I think it's from the early 90s. I always forget the name of the anime that I watch a lot of times. So you have to describe it. But no, I haven't seen this one. I did watch Yu Yu Hakusho, which probably came out pretty close to this, given the animation style. And Yu Yu Hakusho was lit. So this is probably great too. I might have been, it's probably like almost like a slice of life or something like that. And I might have been a little pretentious early on and not really down for that kind of thing. I was kind of a hipster when I was in my teens and early 20s.
KAO says, "Golden Boy is short Syria."
Yeah, early 90s. Six episodes? Are you fucking kidding me? That's it?
KAO says, "It's FKN funny AF."
Yeah, there's not too many anime that are funny, but I found this anime to be fucking hysterical. I Am Sakamoto. Haven't you heard? I Am Sakamoto? I laughed my ass off through this whole fucking thing. I thought very fucking funny anime. So
KAO says,
I didn't really watch
yes,
a lot of comedy anime, so my comedy anime
KAO
knowledge
says,
is very low.
Gintama.
Yeah, my little brother's, it's probably his favorite anime. It's Gintama.
KAO says,
I haven't seen it.
"You seen it?"
Yeah, the guy I'm playing with, I think it might be one of his favorites, but I started to watch it in the very first episodes, which were in like 4:3 ratio, and they weren't very good. So I want to find a good starting point where I skip out some of the beginning or watch a YouTube video that recaps some of those earlier episodes, so I kind of know what the fuck's going on.
"Please watch it."
It is on my list. The problem is I just got so much fucking shit.
KAO says, "Please watch Gintama."
Yeah, my brother said the same thing. It's definitely a blight on my anime repertoire. It's like all the funny parts of One Punch Man apparently makes fun of other animes, and if you have like a more deep knowledge of anime, it packs more of a punch. 10,000. You going two-handers, boy?
Yeah.
Save one-handers if you find any good ones. I'm going dual wield. I'm assuming you're already in.
Yeah, I'm muling Scion so I could get. I thought I got Smite.
Bankao says. Here, try watch that now.
Oh yeah, if I get around to it, I'll watch some Gintama. There's a lot of new anime though. And the problem is, I just don't have enough time as an old man. I've been putting in like 10-hour days at work, and then, you know, I got the wife, then I got gaming, then I watch regular TV,
says.
and then anime.
Lol, I've seen like 5 times or more, still funny.
I bet. I've heard nothing but amazing things about Gintama. But like, if you had to choose between catching up on One Piece, I think I'm on like episode 800-900, or Gintama. See, those are the kind of decisions I'm stuck with. And I know One Piece is going to be a banger. Create mercenaries. Oh shit, I haven't thought of a name. Red shirt. Puss full of Seaman? There's no one. No way no one's got puss full of Seaman.
Bankao says. Red shirt banging.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. I'm still not used to the controls. I'm gonna be hitting AWSD and forgetting how to equip things. I want a little bit of music with my gameplay. I think I'm gonna have to sit on my left hand for a little bit. I keep hitting AWSD. Oh yeah, this feels great. Been a while. I got a new monitor, fucking OLED. I had to turn off HDR because it looks like shit through streaming, and I haven't figured out how to make it look fine. So no HDR, but still looks fucking great on the OLED. Get bled on, bitch. I don't care that I'm out of mana. Got a 3-link two-hander. Fuck. I have to purchase this shit.
Bankao says. Everyone going to play Duelist this league, TBH.
Yeah, Duelist is gonna be strong. Duelist is gonna be fucking strong. I don't think everyone's gonna play it though. I think there'll be a surprising amount of cuck mages.
Bankao says. Champion or Sabo be highest though?
Sabo? Really? Did you already get your flask?
No. It's just faster to do mud flats first.
Oh, you got this shit down, huh?
I don't know why, it's just what everyone does.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone race or anything like that, so I don't know shit. Gotta get used to using potions again. I like the other map better. Oh, Road.
Oh shit, a merc.
Fuck him up, dude. Wonder how it works in multiplayer.
That gear.
Probably doesn't work in multiplayer. Guess I'll fight instead of just running directly to you. Yeah, I gotta push the talk on. I keep trying to roll. I can't roll, guys. I can't roll. Is there 3 or 4? I think there's only 3, so I just gotta find the thing. Leave me alone, Roa. If I'm gonna challenge this dude, I need to kill all these motherfuckers around it.
The door's right above you. Oh, you find the merc.
Not yet. I intend to, but I'm killing these fuckers around the merc first. Oh, I might only let you do it because you entered the zone. Won't even let me talk to him.
Why are you running?
Oh, he took the fuck off. He fucking ran away because he killed you. What a dick. You have a waypoint open to the potion?
No, I'm just checking the waypoint that's right next to it.
I thought you went back and did it real quick. Being so fast and everything. One strike, galvanic arrow, perforate, splitting steel. I think I'll do cleave. That puncture might be pretty dope too.
He's got shit. Fight him if he's got something worth taking.
God fucking damn it. Oh shit. 3-link bow. I don't really have anything to identify with yet. remember the fucking stunning being this severe. I'm getting stunned left and right. Of course, I haven't played in about a year, so it's hard to say. Fucking double branches? That's some bullshit. Actually, can I get a bow skill out of you? Split arrow? I'll do some fucking... Oh, not enough fucking currency? Are you kidding me? That's just rude. I got nothing to sell. Actually, I can sell this, whatever. Still can't buy it. Dud it out. Might as well pick this shit up.
Rare 100x.
Pandown 1132 says, did GGG buff Cyclone this league?
Small, tiny little buff in area of effect and damage, yes. It's still gonna suck ass. I'm using Cyclone because I got so used to AWSD that I'm struggling to play without it. And with Cyclone, it'll feel like I'm playing with AWSD a little bit because I'm just holding down Cyclone as my directionals.
Pandown 1132 says, XD.
XD indeed. I don't have any fucking green. So rude. guess I could have clicked his face. Let's see. Can't identify any of that, and I don't have any green. And that bow is now too weak to use. I'll just keep using melee. I will go back to town and sell some shit. Left tap, maim.
But Pandown 1132 says, why don't they just buff 90% of underused and underperforming skills like an intelligent entity would do?
My guess is that for every skill they buff, they have to pay people to test, because you can't just buff it and toss it in. Because believe it or not, people don't actually play skills that suck. At least not a lot of people.
Written says, also power creep.
Just a hair too loud.
Pandown 1132 says, but they don't test anything. We have seen it in every league.
They test some things, but if there's a bunch of skills that are never used and are just like inches below viability, and then they buff those, it can fuck shit up. Like heavy strike, for instance. No one uses heavy strike. Heavy strike isn't bad. Heavy strike is actually pretty goddamn good. So if they threw some weird heavy strike buff in there, it might become the top skill, and you know, that's always got to be reserved for some fucking spell. And it's in human nature to be naturally lazy. So they're probably pretty lazy. I mean, it is their job. You're telling me in your job you've never slacked off? I know I the fuck have. Many a times.
Van KAO says, D4.
D4 I don't think is as much of a slack off as it was built by non-gamers. People that made D4 don't really understand what makes a game good, so they just made a shit game.
But Pandown 1132 says, I did, but because of that IMO, that company has lost a lot of reputation and goodwill.
Well, they lost a lot of good employees. Most of their good employees are gone, if not all. And then they have a board of directors to answer to. They probably got like 15 layers of management. Bureaucracy to the extreme. Got a green. Let's give it my dash back. We're gonna want to keep these leveled up just in case I want to use them.
Van KAO says, Cleave +2 radius.
Dude, that's the best upgrade they've ever put in this game. The best upgrade. Cleave, completely unusable. The damage is
Pandown
shit.
1132 says, that's a buff.
But that, I think it was +1 to radius, and then they even buffed it to +2. If I'm not mistaken, I think they bought into the meme of them not buffing cleave enough, and they gave it a tiny buff, and then they upped that tiny buff to be a little less tiny, but still tiny. If I'm remembering correctly, that is what happened, and it's hysterical. That was so slow on that dash. Had the reaction times of retarded seal on that one. I'm going the wrong fucking way. God damn it. Why wouldn't it put me in the warden's chamber if I died in the warden's chamber? Come on now.
Says, it was so funny cause the skill wasn't even up.
It was underpowered across the board. It was terrible. And they could have added more damage. They could have added more attack speed or gave it, you know, a guaranteed bleed or something. But no, they gave it 0.1 radius or 1 radius, and then they buffed it to 2 radius. And no one used it. And it was either that league or the next league. They had the alternate quality rage one. And people used the rage one. Cleave of Rage was pretty fucking dope. That'll give me 3. Cleave, maim, chance to bleed. Now I got a 3 link, not bad. I might as well go back and sell shit.
But Pandown 1132 says, I remember when I played beta of this game and then almost every single skill was viable and competitive in an end game. The company grew but it seems the number choices diminished.
I don't remember that. I remember playing this game at launch and not even being able to get a fucking 6 link. I played forever and didn't get a 6 link. Not one. So I was stuck on a 4 link. I did a Nova build. I think they even had Shock Nova back then. And if not Shock Nova, just regular Nova. I think it was Shock Nova though. I just did a Nova build on a 4 link and got hard capped. I farmed for like 3 days, didn't get a 6 link, rubber banded everywhere, put the game down and said, yeah, this game is shit. Because at launch, it kind of was shit. And then I just noticed my little brother was playing it a lot, and I was like, fuck it, I'll hop in. Then I hopped back in, and it was good. I don't remember when I hopped back in. Sometime after Bestiality League, and sometime before Bestiality League, and sometime after
TBH,
Synthesis.
Every skill is somewhat viable, but the natter is currency.
I disagree. I don't find any viability in Vigilant Strike. I don't find any viability in... There's a couple of them out there that are just so bad. There's no viability.
But Pandown 1132 says, but once you did get that 6 link it felt good, didn't it?
I never got it. I quit playing. Quit playing for like 10 years, and then when I came back to it, it was easy to get a 6 link. Yeah, I was literally hard capped on a 4 link. It didn't have maps at that time, it was just the campaign, so I just had to run one area of the campaign over and over and over again. And it sucked ass. It sucked major ass. Ooh, increase attack speed? Hell yeah.
Pandown 1132 says, "Man, you a quitter XD."
Fuck that, I'm not a quitter, I just got better things to do with my life and time. I'm not gonna grind through a fucking game that is that deliberately restrictive of gear. Will you let me fight you? Nope. It's only letting the party leader. They never incorporate multiplayer into any of their new game mechanics. It's always single player focused.
BankAO says, "Can't you stream on Twitch and YouTube, boss?"
I can, but I'm not gonna. I don't like Twitch.
But Pandown 1132 says, "What's so great about Twitch anyway?"
Twitch has a better platform. I think their community chat's better, and the fact is, it's just everyone's
But
there.
Pandown 1132 says, "Besides the half-naked BS."
I don't mind the half-naked shit. I like girls. I like girls being sluts. I think their support for terrorism,
one-handed axe.
their support for terrorism, and all that other shit kind of keeps me off them pretty much. They ban whoever they choose to ban, and I feel they should be punished for that behavior and go out of business.
BankAO says, "If you don't go to those sections, then it's fine."
That's not fine. It's a matter of the leadership of the company, right? If Twitch gains domination over the streaming world, we have to play by Twitch's rules. I don't like Twitch's rules, therefore I'm going to do everything I can, you know, within laziness reasons, to not support them. Me streaming on their site is me directly supporting and funding that site.
BankAO says, "I understand what you mean."
Yeah, so I'm just not going to stream on their site. Not that I'm a big streamer or anything, but there's no reason, like, let's say you're an animal rights activist. You're not going to support a
But Pandown 1132
stream
says,
created by
"You think
Tyson's
it's fine
Chicken."
to have that kind of content mixed with gaming?"
Yeah, I think it's fine to have that kind of content mixed with gaming. Why not? Yeah, I'm an American, so my base principle is freedom. People should be, you know, there's no reason not to allow people to show their tits on stream. If you don't like it, you don't have to go watch it.
"Algorithm, I follow Po other R page." BankAO says,
I think that's where I need to go.
"Just Joe whatever I follow."
Yeah, I mean, if you're stuck on booby channels, it's probably because you're watching booby channels. You know what I mean? If you're not, you know, watching booby channels, your algorithm won't send you to booby channels, as far as I'm aware. I don't watch Twitch. I don't watch streamers, actually. I just don't have enough time. So I'm not an expert on this, but from YouTube pretty much feeds me what I watch, which is kind of annoying because it only feeds me what I watch. Meaning if I watch one thing, it'll give me more of that one thing, and it becomes a bit of a pigeonhole. And for me, the biggest problem is it gets rid of all my funny shit. Like my YouTube shorts is usually nothing but comedy.
I know, but that SHT can be abused by underage audience, which is something that I don't agree with.
Yeah, that's a parenting problem. It's not Twitch's job to be a parent. Yeah, if your kid has unlimited access to the internet without parental supervision, I think Twitch is the least of your concerns. If they can access Twitch, they can access Pornhub and Xhamster and all the other porn sites. So what would you rather have your kid watching? Booby streamers on Twitch or Pornhub? Or you
AO says, that's on you, not the app or the site.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's on the parent. If you have an 8-year-old kid watching booba streamers on Twitch, that's a parent failure, not a Twitch failure. And in fact, I'd much rather have my
Down 1132 says, well, it kinda is because it is advertised as a game streaming platform, not a hot tub stream.
I've never seen Twitch advertised. I've never seen an advertisement for Twitch, so I can't answer to that. Like, I've never seen a billboard that's like, come to Twitch for video game streaming. Let's go that way. I mean, if they're putting Twitch ads on the back of like Sesame Street, then maybe
Twitch
you have a point.
Normal stuff, not porno stuff. But Pandown 1132 says, are you serious, bro?
What do you mean, am I serious? That I haven't seen a Twitch ad? Yeah, I'm serious. I don't watch, I've never been on Twitch. I have 0 minutes of watching things on Twitch. It's just, I'm ignorant about what's on there. I've never seen a Twitch ad. I only know what Twitch is because people like Asmongold are on Twitch. Again, I'm 40 something, so Twitch didn't exist when I was growing up.
But Pandown 1132 says, know that you don't think of Twitch as a game streaming platform.
So I became aware of Twitch in probably 2019, 2020. I didn't even know the site existed before then. And by the time I became aware of Twitch,
says,
I was aware...
Man, I never watch TikTok or have the app.
I've never seen TikTok either. But my first exposure to Twitch was through, I think, Vosh or Destiny.
I just don't like it.
So my first exposure to Twitch was political commentary, not gaming. So for all I know, Twitch is a political streaming platform, not a gaming streaming platform. Isn't the biggest category called just chatting? I'm out of mana. Why you gotta be a dick like this?
But Pandown 1132 says, yeah, that's why I said in my comment above that it can be abused and they set it up that way.
But I'm not sure that's abuse.
BankAO says, media is bad no matter the platform, keep that way.
That might be a feature, not a bug. Amazon got started selling just books. It's the only thing they sold. They didn't sell a single thing other than books. They made an online book platform. And once they had that platform to sell books, they then decided to sell everything else. And that's worked out pretty well for Amazon. So Twitch likely got started as... Actually, if I am understanding correctly, Twitch got started as something called Justin TV, which was a generalized streaming platform. And then it merged into Twitch, which was then got popularized by gaming. So it might have never been Twitch's intention to be a gaming site. It just happened to have gotten co-opted by gaming. Almost like a variation of audience capture. But I don't know. I don't like the way Twitch handles its rules and policies, so I don't use Twitch. I don't watch things on Twitch. So I'm not the person to speak about what is what on Twitch. That fucking dickwad. Yeah, I just know that they banned a bunch of VTubers for showing artificial like leg or something like that. But then they don't ban real girls who are showing pretty much their entire fupa, giving you the full vagina lip, and they're just totally fine because the people who run Twitch are a bunch of gooners. It's that disparate enforcement of the rules and policies that will prevent me from ever streaming on a platform like that. And in my opinion, you allow it all. Just let everything happen on there. Why the fuck not? And then the best case scenario is they get rid of their entire moderation team, and all they do is have a small team that identifies content that's 18 plus or not 18 plus. And if it's 18 plus, then you need an account with an age verifier on it. And once you have your age verifier, you can put whatever you want on there, including porn. That would be my ideal situation.
Now, he's strong.
I'm not sure it lets me hit them, or my accuracy is shit, because it seems like I'm just missing over and over again.
It's possible it's a 1v1 only. Sounds thematic.
Pandown 1132 says,
TP at the trial.
So PO 1 vs 2 in your opinion?
POE 2. POE 2 has AWSD, and for me that just completely changes the game. I have a hard time maintaining my eye contact on this many objects. So without AWSD, I have to pay attention to where my mouse cursor is, to where my character is, to where the enemies are, and to where damage over time ground effects are. And that is way too much for my eyes.
XD.
Ways too much for my eyes to handle. But when I use AWSD, I don't have to look at my main character at all.
32 says. IKNEU would going to say that.
Yeah. So from a playability standpoint, if I have to play each game for 20 hours, the 20 hours I play in Path of Exile 2 are going to be more enjoyable and more fun than the 20 hours I put into Path of Exile 1. Now when it comes to game mechanics and in-game and all that shit, Path of Exile 1 is hands down better. But the platform of Path of Exile is worse. So it's kind of like Path of Exile 1 is a Toyota Camry with all the bells and whistles. The top-end Toyota Camry is amazing. Has all the bells and whistles. It is super good, super nice. But Path of Exile 2 is like a Ferrari.
I never played 2, so you say it makes that much difference.
To me, yeah. And Path of Exile 2 is like a Ferrari that has no body on it, that doesn't have seats, and fucking no side view mirrors, no windshields, but it has the engine and the transmission. So you have the mechanical functionality to become a fucking race car because you have the engine and the transmission of a Ferrari, but you don't have any of the niceties because, you know, it's bare bones, and that's because POE 2 is in beta. I think the in-game, the way the maps work in POE 2 is complete trash. I do not enjoy going through that whole fucking ordeal. I don't like navigating through the maps. I don't like the way any of that works. It's too time consuming. And there's a lot of that throughout Path of Exile 2. It's like deliberate time wasting, and I'm just not a huge fan of it. Let's see, what am I gonna get?
Pandown 1132 says. So if Wizard came into POE 1, what then?
Yeah, if they put WASD in POE 1 and it felt like POE 2, I think POE 1 would be the superior product right now. Come on, sell that shit.
Killing all the bandits, or are you helping Alera?
I don't remember what the bonuses are now that they changed them.
Only one I remember is Alera. The only one I would do, it's 15 auras. Killing all the bandits now only gives you 1 point instead of 2.
Does one of them give any move speed?
I think this guy does. It's like 5. When you talk to him, it'll tell you what it gives you.
Yeah, I'll probably help one of them out.
32 says. I think they nerfed the Lyra.
I'm helping out Alera. This guy gives 8% move speed.
Yeah, I'll help this guy out. That 8% is going to help me keep up with you. Did I just help that guy out and we both killed you?
Yep.
I like that. That was fun.
I'm trying my son. You can't help him while I kill him.
My bad, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Val Temple. Can I head there? Not Val Temple. Chamber of Sins?
Yeah.
Liam Vivi says. Wasu you up.
What's up? Nothing much. Just partying on. Get rich, bitch. Rustic sash. Oh, sweet. I'll be able to fight this mercenary on my own. What's up, motherfucker? Yeah. Oh, damn. You got all kinds of shit. Let's, what the fuck do I do? Higher.
Down 1132 says. Helping Alira grants 15% to all elemental resistances. Helping Crichton grants 8% increased movement speed. Helping Oak grants plus 40 to maximum life. Iramir grants 1 passive skill point.
Well, I got fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna do the movement speed. That was fun. I just wasted some gold. Got my ass kicked. Town portal on the waypoint for the Chamber of Farts. Oh, I can't fucking use it. Do I have a waystone? I don't have shit.
Oh no, we already did Chamber of Sins. I thought you were talking about the bottom right place.
Yeah, I don't pay very good attention when I'm following. I guess I'll have to sell that. Oh, no, that's better than this one. Still don't have any green sockets. Super annoying. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll take that one. hate that I can't fucking move my shit around when I'm in there. Ugh. How far behind am I? I'm only one level behind, nice. Get my increased movement speed. Alright. Fucking orb of scouring? I'll take that shit. Shit, I kind of want to watch some anime now. Can't wait for Black Clover Season 5. I have no fucking clue when it's coming out, but it better be soon. And hopefully they get rid of the pedophile on the show.
But Pandown 1132 says, was it announced?
I don't know. I'm a pretty busy person, so I never get to follow any of that shit. Yeah, it's the shitty part about getting old. It seems like the older you get, the more your time gets taken up by other life responsibilities. More work, more family, more friends, less game. And me being a fucking hermit, I like being alone, playing games, watching anime. I like the other stuff too. But sometimes the balance gets off. I need a green socket pretty bad. I need my fucking dash back.
BankAO says, why are you leveling with cleave anyway? Sorry to ask.
It's the only skill I picked up.
1132 says, I watched that so many times. I usually only watch it only until the elf arc and quit.
It gets real good after the elf arc. The demon arc is solid. Yeah, fuck that noise. I don't need any of those. Yeah, I'm using cleave because they gave me cleave as a reward.
To beat the quest item.
But I just got a Reeve. I don't know if Reeve can use axes.
Pandown 1132 says, sorry until the demon ACR, I quit when the Spade Kingdom arc.
Yeah, the demon arc got pretty fucking dope. It's when it showed like a time skip after Asta's training. see, Reeve. One-handed swords. I need another sword. Can I buy one? Yeah, that'll work. There, now I can use Reeve. But I don't have any good sockets. That'll work.
But Pandown 1132 says, so how did you hear there was another season coming?
Because the last season ended in a cliffhanger, and there's no way in fucking hell they're gonna let me live with that cliffhanger. So there's got to be another season. There's just no fucking way that they're gonna cliffhanger out the way they left it.
TP at the trial.
To waste them? Yeah, I'll waste the fucking portal.
But Pandown 1132 says, but it's been years, bro.
Yeah, I know it's been
says,
years.
You seen Chainsaw Man?
I watched some of Chainsaw Man. I actually didn't like it that much. I'm not a big fan of that like loser incel content. Same with Dan. I have a hard time relating with fucking losers. So the dog guy who was like that girl's dog, I just wasn't vibing with it. It was funny and it was cool, but it just wasn't for me. I'm a big fan of the Chads, you know, Ichigo, Goku,
Down 1132 says,
Eren from Attack on Titan.
Pandown has really great animation though.
Yeah. So did Chainsaw Man, if I remember correctly. But I'm not gonna watch a show just for animation. Some people can do that. I can't. For me, animation can't make a show, but it can definitely break a show. A la the CGI Berserk.
Bankei says, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 was incredible. I feel it kind of faltered on Season 2. And to be honest with you, by the time it reached the end, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. No fucking clue what was going on. There was so much weird shit. Dude got trapped in a fucking box, and I'll still watch Season 3. It'll probably pick back up.
A separate place because we're doing separate bandits.
Alright. I'll go find this bitch and kill her. I kind of feel the same way about Demon Slayer. I like Demon Slayer a lot, but the last arc I watched was a bit disappointing. I think it was like a training arc. It's just kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I liked Black Clover more than Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer.
Bankei says, TBH new anime are not memorial as in they're forgetful.
Yeah. I like Mob Psycho better than both of those two.
The ending of Jujutsu Kaisen was such a disappointment.
Yeah, that's kind of how... I can't really say how much of a disappointment it was, because I honestly didn't know what the fuck was going on, but it completely lost me by the time it got to the end. It was at the end, and I just didn't care. I was like, what the fuck ever, I don't care. I'm feeling that way about a show I've been very excited about right now called Severance. I'm watching Season 2 of Severance, and the pacing is just kind of trash, and I'm over it. I think I'm not even going to finish it. Just rambling on. They're like trying to set up this gay sex scene with a bunch of old dudes, and I'm just not interested in watching three 90,
Levi says,
70-year-old men have a
It
three-way.
gets even crazier and dumber on the manga after the anime ends. Bankao says, City Hunter? Kappa.
Never heard of City Hunter. The fuck is that? I'm down for new anime. The last new anime I watched that was newly introduced to me was Solo Leveling. I like that a lot. I'm a big fan of Solo Leveling.
Bankao says, it's classic. But Pandown 1132 says, Black Clover has been the best anime I have seen in recent years. Asta and his growth in power and comedy has been the best anime I have seen in recent years. Bankao says,
I
funny
agree.
and realistic.
Give me a second. I want to put that down. I'm always up for fucking exploding motherfuckers. City.
Ridden says, I actually liked Black Clover as well.
City Hunter. Yeah, I like Black Clover a lot. Now, Black Clover's got major problems, but when it comes to maximum hype, Black Clover is great. And yeah, Black Clover, it's probably my #1 that I'm most excited for, now that Attack on Titan's done.
But Pandown 1132 says, isn't City Hunter a 90s anime? Bankao says, yeah, Black Clover is lit but still waiting for a new season, been 2 to 3 years.
Yep, waiting for new season as well. Close combat, I can use that.
Bankao says, yeah, City Hunter 90s.
I might have seen City Hunter, I just don't know it's called City Hunter, because I've seen a lot of 90s anime. Do I have a green? Oh, I do have a green socket. Let's put my dash in there. Close combat, I can't use yet, but let's level it up. Vitality I can pop in. We'll do that one later. See, I killed the Lyra. Okay, I don't need to be there. I need to be the Riverways, which I think is right outside of town. Yeah, Black Clover's biggest problem is all the characters are extremely one-dimensional and they don't change. Asta was confident and strong from the beginning.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin's fucking fantastic.
Bankao says, deep.
Yeah, Asta doesn't change. Ghost doesn't change. There's no actual character development in terms of them changing as people. Now they get stronger and all that shit, but they don't change. Their behaviors are exactly the same from the get-go.
But Pandown 1132 says,
on me.
For Black Clover, is there any actual manga written beyond the anime?
I don't know. I'm not a manga partaker. The only reason to watch manga, in my opinion, is if the anime doesn't exist. Or they fuck up the anime, obviously.
Bankao says, manga ended, didn't it? Pandown 1132 says, I know, but if there is no manga, chance of anime equals 0. Liam Levi says, funny enough they dumped on the Claymore ending.
Yeah, they dumped on the Claymore ending. I almost went through and read the manga. I don't know enough about the anime world to know, like, is Dan a manga first and an anime second, or is that anime only? I don't know anything about the production of anime.
Van Kao says, mostly budget, etc.
But as far as I'm aware, Black Clover is hugely popular. So it would just not make a lot of sense for them not to have it go forward with it being as popular as it is. I was just trying to look at it from a financial incentive. They have a lot of financial incentives to do Black Clover.
But Pandown 1132 says, if you watched Gintama you'd know XD.
I would know if I watched Gintama. But unfortunately, I only have so much time in a day. Well, that dagger might be better. Let's identify the dagger. Yeah, it's better than one of my swords.
Van Kao says,
You
man,
go back
that's
to
my
the
fave
broken
anime,
bridge and
LOL.
talk to what's his face. Give him the other amulets.
I can't use
Help
that.
him out. Suck his dick a little.
Wait, isn't the broken bridge where I have to go? Or are you telling me that?
Yeah, I was telling you that.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I totally forgot. Oh, a jewelry cache. Why am I stuck in this fucking square? Oh my fucking god.
But Pandown 1132 says, did you know there is an actual English dubbed first episode of Gintama?
Yeah, I downloaded a whole download full of it, and the first ones were in 4:3 ratio, and I couldn't really get into it. Apparently it gets really good, but you gotta kind of suffer through a little bit of the beginning part, and you gotta like get to know the characters and stuff. But that first part's a little too grueling, so I was wanting to fucking skip a bunch and find a good spot to hop in later.
But Pandown 1132 says, there is so many references to other animes that it is impossible to dub them all so that they make sense.
Yeah, probably just watch it. It's easier to watch dubs simply because I can do it while working or doing other tasks, but it is almost always better to sub it. The problem with the dub is a dub can never make an anime, it can only ruin an anime.
Van Kao says, they got cancelled heaps of times.
Yeah, sometimes anime is too far ahead of its time. Sounds like that might be the instant. Because it kind of seems like it's a little bit similar to One Punch Man.
Gintama.
Ooh, 2-stone ring. I'll take a 2-stone ring. Oh, mana's a problem. I should go buy a clarity.
But Pandown 1132 says, they make fun of them being cancelled in the show so many times XD. Ben KAO says,
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
lol.
Yeah, I've seen some clips where they were making fun of like Dragon Ball Z with the leveling up and charging and transformations, and I'm not at my maximum power level yet, and it seemed pretty damn funny. But when Gintama was first getting released, I was a bit of a I don't know. I didn't really like comedy anime because I haven't seen any that were funny.
Ben KAO says, Bleach One Piece DBZ.
Yep.
Ben KAO says,
Yeah.
Naruto.
Naruto. Well, I started with Ninja Scroll, then like Vampire Hunter D, then Trigun, Dragon Ball Z, Cowboy Bebop, Akira.
But Pandown 1132 says, I only watched like 130 episodes, but yet it's one of the best sub-only animes I have ever seen. Ben KAO says, Gintama have a good story TBF.
Yeah, and then moved into Naruto, Code Geass, Death Note. Then I guess after that it would be like Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, and everything that's out now. There's so much fucking anime, it's really hard to keep up with it. Yeah, the first comedy anime I watched was technically
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, Full Metal Alchemist is fantastic. Was a fucking lame ass. Well, it wasn't that lame. It was called Fruits Basket, and I just didn't find it that funny.
Old anime are so FK and good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. New anime is good too, though. I got very few negative things to say about Attack on Titan or Black Clover. Season 1 of Psycho Pass, really fucking good. The time travel one, Steins Gate, solid. So while old anime is good, new anime is good too. New anime just hasn't had the time to build up the nostalgia.
Ben KAO says, Steingate legit. But Pandown 1132 says, here's this in school I recommend for comedy, that shit was funny.
Yeah, the only comedy
Ben
anime
says,
I've seen
I still need to rewatch, not sure if I'm dumb LOL.
is My Name is Sakamoto. That's a direct comedy. Technically, in my opinion, One Punch Man is a comedy, and it's hilarious. And Mob Psycho is a little bit of a comedy too. I think it's new weapon time.
Ben KAO says, nothing beats Gintama comedy TBH.
That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. I'm talking a comedy anime. Is there any more funny than Gintama?
I don't think so.
People are telling me I have to watch it. Not the first people to tell me that.
But it is, if you want to consider like on average, it might be. That's, you know, 1,000 episodes. Not every episode hits.
Yeah, I had trouble getting into it because I watched from the very first episode. Gotta love being frozen.
But Pandown 1132 says. Plus the movies.
They have fucking movies too. That's pretty dope. I never really watched any of the anime movies since the Dragon Ball Z movies, but the Dragon Ball Z movies were fucking awesome, dude. I remember first watching Tree of Might. That was fucking fire. That was so goddamn good. Then they re-released them with fucking Disturbed soundtracks on that shit. Okay, thanks. I needed that. I was feeling a little overconfident, and you definitely took care of that overconfidence that I was having.
BanKAO says. The only DBZ movie I watched was the new Broly one was Live. But Pandown 1132 says.
DB on me.
I was confused because the villain looked exactly like Goku.
Well, that's just the way they design. Apparently you can change the hairstyle and the faces are all the same. So you take the exact same model and you just move Vegeta's hair on it and they look the same. Gohan's hair on it and then they look the same.
BanKAO says. Turtle.
I don't know about Master Rochi.
But Pandown 1132 says. Yeah.
I watched this Wizards anime that was pretty much a clone of Black Clover. I shouldn't like it because it was just cheesy, but it was kind of well done, so I kind of did like it. Forgot what it's called. But basically a dude didn't have magic powers, so he was a dungeon grinder.
BanKAO says. Michel.
Not
BanKAO
Michel.
says. LOL.
I started that one, but I started watching it with the wife, and she wasn't digging it, so we turned it off. But I was kind of liking it. It seemed like a comedy, too. Yeah, this one just had wizards, like a Harry Potter meets Black Clover, kind of.
But Pandown 1132 says. Season 1 of Michel was great, Season 2 was kinda meh. BanKAO says. Michel was decent.
Yeah, I wanted to watch more, but the wife wasn't digging it. A lot of my TV time is with the wife, so she's not digging it, and we typically watch it later. I think it was subbed when we were watching it, so when the dub's out, I could probably watch it while at work. Yeah, it's definitely weapon upgrade time. It's time to get my unique.
BanKAO says. Michel going to be like 5 seasons.
Need to get that clarity already.
BanKAO says. Or similar to Black Clover.
Yeah, Black Clover might make it up there to my all-time favorites if Ghosh ever dies. You just gotta kill the pedophile, get rid of that fucking sister fucking pedophile, and then the anime is gonna get some fucking good shit. That sister fucker fucking icks me out. I get not every culture can be as good as American culture, but
BanKAO says.
that fucking pedophile
Too
shit.
many kingdom left though.
that means. Too many kingdom left in Black Clover? I think they're gonna ignore all the other kingdoms and just focus on Diamond.
BankAO says. So it's gonna need few more seasons.
I hope not. I think they're gonna... I think it's gonna start high action. That season 4 was fucking intense.
Pandown 1132 says. You said in Black Clover Asta did not get much char development, but don't you think with every episode he moves closer to his ultimate goal of becoming a non-wizard king?
Yeah, but that's how he was on episode 1. Moving closer to goal doesn't mean character development.
To at least polish the story.
Yeah, episode 1, Asta believed in himself, and he knew that he was special and powerful. The final episode, Asta believes in himself, and he knows he's special and powerful. Yeah, so there's no real character growth there. He's getting stronger, and he's getting closer to what his ultimate goal is, but as a person, he's the exact same person, and so is every other member. He hasn't learned any new life lessons. He hasn't adapted any. Like, for instance, at the end of Full Metal Alchemist, not Al, I forgot the guy's name, the main character, he's a completely different person. He's more mature. He's no longer gonna try to fucking use alchemy to save his brother's life. He's kind of okay with the fact that his brother's dead.
BankAO says. His buddy I forgot name, but he will be Wizard King, not Asta, just how I see it.
I imagine they're setting up an arc where they fight each other. Fuck-o. Wait, how come it removed that? It's supposed to add it, right? Oh no, that reforms it. I don't have one that adds it. Give me some physical damage.
But Pandown 1132 says. Well, not really, because at the start he only believes he can do it by himself, and later he gets to depend on his team members, so that's some growth.
Asta? Nah, Asta... the wind guy has a little bit of growth in allowing help from his team members. But even then, that isn't that much growth, because he's always thought Asta was great, and he's always stuck up for Asta, and he's always kind of paired with Asta. But Asta's been a team player the whole time. I mean, that's why the scene where fuck, I forgot his name. His teacher asked for Asta's help is fucking incredible.
But Pandown 1132 says. I love how you all forgot what his name is. XD.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. I could describe him, every detail of him, but not his name.
BankAO says. It's back to Goku and Vegeta story, LOL.
Vegeta had character growth. Goku had none. Yeah, Goku, 0 character growth through the entire show. Vegeta had character growth. Piccolo had character growth. None for Goku. Goku started out with, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And he ended with, I'm gonna punch you in the face again.
As in power-wise.
That's not character growth, that's character power. When I'm talking about character growth, I mean as a person. Like, when you're 16, I mean, you might be 16, so I don't know your age, so maybe you don't understand what character growth means just yet.
You know.
But, when you're 16, you have a certain mindset, you think a certain way, and it's usually very immature. As you get older,
yes, you know, LOL.
Your mindset changes, and you think differently, and you're a different person. Yeah, none of them are doing that. They act the same. Ghosh was a sister fucker at the start. He's a sister fucker at the end. Yeah, very few of them have any level of growth or development. And by development, I don't mean getting stronger, because they all get stronger.
BankAO says.
Physically.
You know, but we don't know.
I'm still... Oh, thanks. I needed that reminder that I have no fire resistance. I'm still trying to remember that guy's name. Asta's captain. It's not Captain Levi. That's Attack on Titan. Yami. There we fucking go. The brain worked. Yeah, when Captain Yami is fighting that demon, and he's like, "Yo, Asta, I'm gonna need some help." Fucking great. That's good shit. Because Asta's entire life, all he wanted was someone to rely on him.
Bankao says, Yami dark power.
And at the end of the season, someone relies on Asta.
Bankao says, you know wind guy. But Pandown 1132 says, okay. So besides power, how should someone in Asta's position grow as a character?
Maybe focus less on becoming the Wizard King and focus more on other aspects of life. Maybe take interest in fucking a chick and become less obsessive over the priestess chick. I mean, he started the show perpetually asking that nun to marry him over and over and over, and he's still doing it. Like, she's rejected him over and over and over again.
Says, LOL, that's the entire point of the anime.
It is not the entire point of the anime. It's the entire point of Asta's character, and that's what I'm saying. It doesn't change. Asta's character at the beginning of the anime is the exact same character at the end of the anime, except for the only difference is he has more power. A good example is Harry Potter, right? You have Dumbledore. When Dumbledore was young, he was a very powerful wizard, and he was arrogant, and he thought that might made right. So he teamed up with Grindelwald in their whole campaign, and then he realized that there's more to life than just power. There's more to life than being the best wizard you can be. And he realized the flawed nature of his thinking, and then grew as a person. Asta has done zero of that. Ghosh has done zero of that. The wind guy, has done a little bit of that because he used to just be all by himself and didn't rely on the help of others and was like, I'm the best, I'm fucking stuck up. But then towards the end, he started to get into an in-group with his squad mates. And again, that is the only critique I have of the show. It's a great show. It's just a little more character development would be great.
But Pandown 1132 says, yeah, but in that particular anime, power is everything. We can see that from the first anime, people without magical abilities are treated like dirt.
So the team member in Yuno's team, I need assistance on my side. On Yuno's squad, there's that guy who treats Yuno poorly because Yuno is lowborn. And then later on, he realizes that even though Yuno's lowborn, he's got a lot of power and he's still pretty high class. So then he treats him better, and by proxy, he starts to treat other low-powered wizards better. That's character growth. But Asta always treated low-powered people good, and towards the end of the show, he still does. A good example of character growth would be Goku, right? Goku had no character growth. He let Frieza live. He let Vegeta live. He let everyone live, and it's kind of bit him in the ass. To give Goku a little bit of character growth, Goku should have killed Majin Buu instantly, and then he would have had some character growth. But he didn't. He just stayed the same character. Vegeta had character growth because Vegeta used to only kill people and to show no mercy and to be a prideful prick and to not love his family and all that shit. And then he grew to change as a person. But there's very little changing as people happening inside of Black Clover. And that's because the show is designed for adolescent teenagers who don't have the mental capacity to grow and change just yet. I'm assuming you're probably in your 20s, maybe a young person. As you get older, life will look different. That's why they don't put 40-year-olds in combat positions, because 19-year-olds are far better at putting their body and their family in harm's way.
1132 says, not really, because Asta treated the royalty well, but later he learned how they treated non-magical people. He changed.
No, he still treats them well. He doesn't treat royalty bad. He doesn't blame them for their decisions.
Bankao says, Black Clover same as Bleach.
Let me think. Bleach. Does Ichigo go through any personal growth?
Bankao says, royalty have higher power. Liam Bevi says, reminds me of how people were upset Kratos stopped being a mindless kill machine and converted in the god of hope.
I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm falling off. I need to go.
The trial.
I will TP at the. Oh, I'm out. All out of fucking town portals. That happens all the goddamn time. Gotta buy that fucking clarity already.
Liam Bevi says, God of War, the main char used to kill everything on its way. Later on the new games he became a good father and a leader.
Oh, I didn't play God of War. Yeah, but that is character development. I can't remember Bleach well enough to know if Ichigo went through any good personal development changes. I know the chick did. Her tits got bigger. Yeah, I can't hit him. You gotta fight those dudes solo.
Move speed boots. I can't use because I need sockets.
I will definitely take them. 15% too.
Bankao says. Ubisoft got good character development.
I don't think I've even played a Ubisoft game. I can't comment. I'm pretty selective with my game choices.
But Pandown 1132 says. Isn't Ubisoft finished as a developer?
For me, a game like The Last of Us or Uncharted isn't really a game to me, and it's pretty
says,
shitty.
As in they were good then turned to shit lol.
I find to be those more interactive movies, and I just don't play games like that. God of War is kind of similar to me. I just don't find the combat compelling enough to sit through it. And that's why the Dark Souls series is so good. You could play through it without the story at all, and the combat is so engaging and fun that you won't even fucking notice. And then if you want to get to the story, it has a story to it, but you don't even need the story. Or something like Uncharted or Last of Us, or I haven't played God of War, so maybe God of War's combat's good enough. But
Yeah, cause they recycled the same game in different graphics and setting.
yeah, the game mechanics of that are terrible. Terrible fucking game mechanics. A lot of it with like Skyrim. I think Skyrim has really shitty game mechanics, so it only relies on the story, so it better have a damn good story. Probably does, but I haven't played Skyrim. I tried to play The Witcher 3, because apparently it has an amazing story, but I got about 2 hours into the combat and it didn't click yet, and the whole time I was playing The Witcher 3, I was like, God, I wish I was playing Dark Souls or, you know, Elden Ring. Elden Ring wasn't out then, but Dark Souls 3 was. I just kept thinking, man, I'd much rather be playing Dark Souls than this, so I quit.
Oh damn, Brutus Lead Sprinkler.
But Pandown 1132 says. Not even much mechanics, they relied on gigantic empty world and not much else.
Yeah. You probably get some good coinage for that. The biggest offender for world design for me was a game called
Bankao says. Did you play new Elden Ring?
Yeah,
Rain or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I played Night Rain. Horizon Zero Dawn. The main story was lame, but there was a subplot that involved how the robots took over the planet. That was really nice, but they built this beautiful world and there was zero reason to explore it. The only thing it was go to point A to point B, and if you went anywhere other than point A and point B, there was nothing there. You could explore the entire map, and there was nothing for you to find, so there was no reason to have a map. And a game that did that kind of philosophy well was Nier Automata. So instead of making a giant world that you never use, Nier Automata fucking made just a few zones, and you went to those same zones over and over and over to display the story in those zones. I thought it was fantastically done. And then you can memorize the entire zones pretty easily, and you know exactly where to go and how to get there. And to just reuse the environments for different plays. I think you fight 4 bosses in the exact same spot, just in different times. Yeah, I played Night Rain. It was excellent. I thought Night Rain was fantastic.
Yeah, cause designing big maps it's cheap and designing gameplay mechanics costs big bucks.
Yeah.
Bankao says. Play Yakuza. Smiley face.
I have wanted to play Yakuza. The combat doesn't look for me, but there's a turn-based one. And I do kind of want to play the pirate run because that just looks fucking hilarious. But again, if I play Yakuza, I have to not play, Path of Exile? I have to not play Night Rain. I have to not play fucking Claire Obscure. So it's always just a battle of what to play. And Yakuza hasn't won that battle yet. If I could retire and only play video games, Yakuza would definitely make it on the list, but I have to put like 10 hours a day into work, so just ain't got the time. I mean, I have 6,000 hours in Path of Exile. I could play less Path of Exile and play the Yakuza, but my mind is like, play Path of Exile, so I play Path of Exile. But Yakuza did look pretty damn fun. Unhinged, zany. You can feel the creator of the game in the game. To me, that's a very important thing. That's why Diablo 4 feels so lifeless. There's no, like, owner of the product. You can't feel the director. Like, you play a Kojima game, you can feel Kojima's mind in the game. You're like, yes, this is Kojima. I'm playing a Kojima game. You play Diablo 4, you feel nothing. You play Nier Automata, you can feel Yoko Taro. Like, yep, that's Yoko Taro. And to me, that's pretty important. Gives the game a very distinct identity.
Bankao says, D4 you go 1 brain cell. But Pandown 1132 says, you play any of the Metal Gear games?
Oh man, that's a blight on my gaming repertoire. I played the very first Metal Gear on Super Nintendo, and I was too young to even remember what the story was like. But during that time frame, I only played JRPGs when Metal Gear Solid came out. Apparently Metal Gear Solid is absolutely amazing. But I was drowning in Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Vagrant Story, Valkyrie Profile, fucking Breath of Fire, Lunar, Vey, Shining in the Holy Darkness. And then eventually Diablo 2 came out. Ooh, 4-link. So yeah, it got missed. I got pretty big time addicted to Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, Age of Empires 2 as well. And I played those multiplayer, which took a ton of time. I need a new weapon already.
Bankao says, it's crazy how they haven't make a Metal Gear Solid movie or short series. It would fucking blow up.
Apparently it was super good. My cousin played it, and he still talks about it to this day. Only 2 levels behind. Oh, fucking energy shield. Yeah, I played mostly turn-based JRPGs growing up. So I missed out on a lot of action-type games.
Maybe.
Oh, fucking shit. What was too expensive? brain took forever to respond because I'm fighting a boss here. I don't know what you're talking about. Too expensive. Oh fuck, there's a crafting receipt back there.
Bankao says. Metal Gear Solid copyright etc.
Oh, I would just pirate it. I pirated when I was young. I come from a very poor family, so I could buy a $10 chip on eBay, solder it into my PlayStation 1, and play every PlayStation 1 game. So that's what I did. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Level 30. That's better damage than this one. What sockets do you need for your boots? I found 20% move speed.
Not that I need sockets in my boots. I need sockets in something else. That's my only thing I have now for my boots.
I'll use them then. It's almost Cyclone time.
Liam Vivi says. I'm in, boys.
Hell yeah. Wait.
But Pandown 1132 says. In where?
In the game. He's in the game. He's ready to fucking go. I lost my dash. My dash went somewhere. Keep trying to dash, but I don't have dash.
But Pandown 1132 says. WTF, it took you 2 HRS to get in?
Nah, he's been running around doing shit. He had to like have sex with his brother or something. And that always takes a long time.
But Pandown 1132 says. Oh, NVM, you said you are on limited data or something.
Yeah, he was on like a bus on his phone. Which seems crazy to me. I'm just slightly too old to be one of the phone obsessed people. I never use my phone for anything but like texting. That's it. To watch a video on my phone seems completely weird. totally normal for everybody else, but to me, that just seems weird. Like, why would I watch a video on my phone on YouTube when I can just watch it on my computer? The fucking 32-inch OLED screen.
Says, I was on 60 KQ. LOL, so 2 hours is fine. BankAO says, I'm still waiting.
Really? Jesus. I hope my game doesn't crash if there's still a fucking queue.
I had no queue.
If there's still a queue, that means that this fucking league is popping off. Their player base is fucking huge.
But Pandown 1132 says, 32 inches a TV, bro, not a monitor.
Yeah, it is taking me a bit to get used to. Things are a lot bigger. I'm not used to such girth. It's taken a lot of adjustment. But my old monitor died, and so I was like, shit. I can either upgrade a monitor and a video card or just a monitor, so I kind of broke the bank on a monitor. And I think it was a good decision. OLEDs looks way better than regular monitors.
But Pandown 1132 says, how many hertz?
I think it
BankAO says,
goes up to 360.
32 nowadays small, they all want bigger.
I have it locked at 120, but I think it goes all the way up to 360, but there's no game that's gonna fucking let me go to 360. It's like a $1,000 MSI OLED monitor. Top of the line, apparently. And again, I'm in my 40s, so $1,000 on a monitor is not that bad. I would have never done that in my fucking 20s.
Liam Vivi says, I don't even have $1K for a full PC, LOL.
I was the same way when I was young. I fucking hate that shit. I always gotta go back home and grab my loot.
But Pandown 1132 says, you can't build a PC for 1K anymore.
I built one for $650 a little while ago.
But Pandown 1132 says, GPU prices are crazy AF.
Yeah, I had to use a 3060. Whoops.
Deep get that trial.
You so fast. You're the only reason I get this shit done so quickly.
But Pandown 1132 says, when you speak to your chat, can your brother hear you?
No, I have push to chat on. It would be super weird if he heard me talk the whole time. I have my favorite mouse. I think it's a Logitech G502. It's got 3 buttons right next to my thumb. I have 1 button for my dash, 1 button for my potion, and then 1 button for voice to chat. All controlled with my thumb. I just do a little rocking. It's fucking great. Ugliest mouse on the planet. I almost didn't buy it because it was so fucking ugly. But it's pretty fucking great. I can't imagine using a new mouse. Need to go fucking get my dash back. Hopefully it's in my inventory and I didn't sell it. I've been saying that for a while, but because I have to constantly keep up with Captain Turbo here, I haven't had the opportunity to go grab it yet. Hopefully I remember for the next boss. He's taking the slow way. I'm gonna find the fast way. Totally gonna beat him. And not die on some fucking traps. Ooh, beat him. Fucking loser. Alright, get my fucking dash back.
Liam Bevi says, I'm pretty happy to go SSF this time. I'ma focus on grind and gear instead of just money.
If I liked crafting or ever learned how to craft, that'd be the ultimate way to go. But anytime I learn how to craft something, I forget it by the time it's the next league. So crafting kind of sucks for me. What's my block chance? 58% already. I like to start with block. Super nice. Oh shit, I don't have any fucking resistances. Forgot I don't have any resistances.
But Pandown 1132 says, same, I have no idea and patience to learn how to craft, plus every time crafting goes wrong it feels like a kick in the balls.
Boom, those are big old fucking upgrades right there. If I do say so myself. essence? I don't. Shit. Oh well. I'll run it blue for now. Cyclone. Infused channeling. Maim. Let's see if I can get a green. Oh, I don't even have one of those. Here. Let me sell this. You gonna give me something I need? No? Oh well. Wait, maybe I have some in my stash. Oh, close combat. Perfect.
You gonna use any transfigured gems?
No, I don't think so. Actually, yeah. Cyclone of Tumult. Checka. Probably ought to put Reeve on for this.
But Pandown 1132 says. That damage OMG.
Yeah, probably ought to put Reeve on for this, but whatever. I'll get her done. Chunga. still have Reeve. Yeah, put Reeve on instead of Cyclone. Infused channeling is done, but whatever. And I only have a... Do I have a blue support? I don't think I have a blue support. Nope. Probably should have left bleed support on instead of maim. Those bleed procs are probably helping a ton since he's alive for so long. Okay, remember, you have very low resistances. Don't step in the fire. In fact, let's just avoid the fire altogether. See if we can go this way. Nope, that's not the way to go. Come on, go away, fire. Let me in there. Motherfucker. I hate the labs so goddamn much. It's just a fucking waste of my time in life. Jesus. Just keeps fucking going, doesn't it? You ever gonna fucking end map? It's not even done? Oh my god. Wasting my time and life. You nobody want this shit. Movement speed
Ben
trying?
KAO says, I wish they bring back Toda.
The fuck's Toda? Is that a way to avoid this fucking trial? Because if it's a way to avoid this trial, I fully agree.
KAO says. Ancestral League.
Oh yeah, those were fun. They needed work, but yeah, I'm surprised it's not core. Put on my Reeve instead of Cyclone. And let's do Chance to Bleed instead of Maim. Get those bleeds on. Let's put Reeve on.
How far are you?
Final boss. I just have pretty low damage. Haven't upgraded my weapons in a bit. Guessing a minute and a half.
Pandown 1132 says. I can't believe it's been 2 years since then.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, time gets pretty weird as you get older. Every second you experience is another second you've experienced, so every second you experience is less than the previous second you experienced, so it seems like time is accelerating. Little optimistic on that minute and a half, but he's almost dead. Ascended, heading your way. Oh fuck, I gotta open the tower, I think.
I got a portal down there.
Perfect. So thoughtful. At the rooftop. Let's fucking do this. Leroy Jankum. Ooh. I'll wait for that. Can't believe you just fucking skipped that. He doesn't know that Waystones are the new fucking currency.
BankAO says. Just gave me an idea for league char name.
Cum sucker.
BankAO says. Leto jerking.
Leroy Hey, jerkin'. Why I don't have whirling blades, I don't know. Whirling blades seems like the right call. Let's see. We gotta identify all these items. Ooh, that's nice. That's also potentially nice. Let's see. Now these are both probably upgrades over what I got. More so this one than this one. So we'll get rid of that one. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no. Gotta keep that. Why can't I use it? Cyclone doesn't work with fucking daggers? Since when does Cyclone not work with fucking daggers? What? That's some bullshit. Cyclone don't work with no fucking daggers. Found a dope dagger. Turns out Cyclone don't work with daggers.
It don't?
Exactly what I fucking said. It don't?
I thought Cyclone worked with everything.
Yeah, I thought Cyclone worked with everything too.
Even works unhanded. Lets you spin and punch enemies, but nah, you can't use a dagger.
I might have been doing something stupid, but yeah, I put that dagger on and it's like, nah, dog.
Ben KAO says.
Do you have a support?
Law for sure,
like
WTF.
close combat or something?
Oh shit, you're right. I do have close combat in my support. You're right. I didn't have time to investigate. I just unspec'd and moved on. But now I can get rid of close combat and put that dagger back on. use my dash? Put that shit back on. Getting pretty quick. I'll take this fucking tiny amounts of juice. Gotta get that fucking juice.
Pretty good sword.
Definitely better than one of mine. I need to level up a little bit. I got another good one. Fuck yeah, I got a divine ire, boy.
Also learn an ability to teleport them and heal them a little bit. How about one and then they died, and then you have to spend more gold to revive them. I don't want to do.
I got vitality. Oh, is it that come to me?
Yeah, come on me.
I'll try to do the other dream. running out of mana so fast? I wasn't running out of mana before. I guess I leveled up my Cyclone and it costs a lot more now. Those mana nodes, I might as well grab these ones. Wait, hold on. I could go this way. See if that's a little better. Yeah, we'll try the leech.
With the boss?
Almost. I'll drop a portal.
Drop a portal and then TP on me.
Made a mistake of going in the portal, so I got a load time. Yeah, there's a one of those for you on my end too.
You get the recipe in the waypoint?
Yeah, I got the recipe in the waypoint. There's a recipe and waypoint in mine too. I think I went backwards.
TP on my face once I go to town. And take my TP and pick up the shit.
TP on my face at the waypoint. And there should be a thing nearby here somewhere. Oh, did you take my portal?
Yeah, give me a sec. Oh, whenever I click on your face, it just takes me to your portal.
Oh, that's
I
unfortunate.
think that one's important.
Two sockets, I think.
Maybe two linked. Mine was two socket.
Oh yeah, then it's two linked.
Boss over here.
Did you drop a portal on boss?
No. It wasn't that far.
Yeah, I just went down instead of up.
Open up a new zone at the waypoint so I could get the...
New zone opened? I think it might be down.
That's right there.
Kind of keep thinking my mercenary's you. What link you at for?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my mercenary died.
Yeah, they do that.
Actually, I'm gonna head this way and get all these good shit. I like seeing his Kamehameha, so I resurrected him. I'm level 35, why can't I equip that sword? Oh, fucking strength. And my Goku's kind of a badass. His wave of conviction probably helps you out pretty good.
Does your Merc die if you die?
No, did not look like it. I don't know why I waited for that.
Liam Vivi says. Okay, time to hit that sweet THC vape.
Hell yeah, fucking jealous. There we go, that's some extra strength. I'll get a better one by then. So I got frozen hard as hell. I'm just trying to look at my gear, dicks.